Yo, what's going on, guys? Thank you for tuning into Yeezy TV. Once again, if it's your first time here, I appreciate you checking out the channel and possibly consider subscribing. And if all of you could just go right down there, smash the thumbs up button, it would be greatly appreciated. It's been quite a while since I've uploaded a video, but here we are today. As you can tell by the title, we have an unboxing, review, hold or sell, and we'll get an on feet of the Yeezy Boost 350 V2s in the newly released Ash Pearl colorway. I hit these on the Adidas confirmed app. Alright, so here's that classic 350 Yeezy cardboard box. As you can see there on the tab, we got ourselves a size 10. You can see the colorway there as well, which is just that Ash Pearl. It says Ash P, but that's just abbreviated. I've been going for the 10 now in the 350s. Ever since they kind of corrected the sizing a bit, I can finally just go with my 10, my true size instead of the 10 and a half. Let's get them out, take a look for the first time we've seen them in hand. Oh wow. Oh wow. All right, so here's the shoe, the 350 V2 in the Ash Pearl colorway. As per usual, we'll give the once over and then talk a little bit about it. One little difference here is the tag. You can see they include like a cardboard or recycled cardboard paper tag. I know Adidas has been talking about making a push towards more sustainable and recycled products and packaging, so that's cool to see that they're already implementing that. And first things first, from the pictures online, I already thought that this was the best colorway out of the whole like ash colored Ash X or Ash Pro, Ash Stone, Ash whatever colorways they released for the 350 V2 recently. But what's really interesting is in person, they look a little bit different than I imagined online. And I frankly think they look even cooler in person, even though they look different, and I thought the way they looked online was quite cool. Now, I'm not sure how it's showing up on camera, but one unique feature obviously is this split color kind of design, which I think is really cool. And on the left side, online, at least to me, this darker side looked kind of like blackish, bluish, and the left side looked more white and tan. Frankly, I'm getting some undertones of some pinkish or salmonish color on the lighter side, and some undertones of purple, or maybe it's just a dark blue, but purple on the darker side. And it might just be blue, but in person that definitely looks purple. Really interesting color. You can see the laces here. Again, in person, those look a little bit like a mute purple. One interesting thing here is we don't see infinity lacing on these, which is a little intriguing because I was really under the impression that they were maybe just gonna go with infinity lacing from now on all of the 350s and almost all of their Yeezys, but it seems they're switching it up, which frankly, now that I think about it, may be good. Not everybody may have a preference for the infinity lacing like I do. A lot of people still really like the traditional lacing method, even though no one really ties their Yeezys all the way, except for those people that you know that work out in Yeezys in the gym, which frankly, there's like no support on 350, so I personally would never do that, but I get why they're comfortable. No pull tab on the back on these. And to talk a little bit about hold or sell quickly, I don't need to talk too much about, you guys kind of see most of the actual colors, but let me talk a little bit about hold or sell here. And again, as usual, I'll pop up that little StockX screenshot from time of recording of this exact shoe in the size 10. And what's intriguing to me is, right, I just received them today, and that screenshot's from today, the same day I'm filming this. Usually, at least usually as in the past several months for 350s, we've seen a pretty, typical decline, right? It releases, and then after release date, and by the time people actually receive them in their hands at their homes, price decreases a little bit. We see it hit on StockX close to that 230 range, right? 240, the low 200s, below 250. And at least for the time being, and I wouldn't be surprised if the price on these dipped a little bit more, but at least for the time being, these are sitting around a little bit above 250, between that 250 to 260 range. And I was a little intrigued. Maybe these were a little bit more limited than I thought. I haven't really been keeping up with stock numbers and kind of all the different nuances I usually keep up with. I kind of just entered on the confirm app just to enter, and I got them in hand. Do I plan on keeping these? Well, I wasn't planning on keeping another pair of Yeezys, to be completely honest. This is a really interesting color, and I will say, if I did want to keep another pair of Yeezys, this would definitely be in contention just because it's unique, it's different. In the summer, I could see myself rocking this for sure with a white t-shirt or something. But for now, as far as hold or sell goes, I'm definitely gonna hold, and I would definitely recommend you guys to hold. When I filmed my natural video, the Yeezy 350 V2 Naturals, I also recommended a hold. And I know a lot of people were getting pretty paper-handed and selling because it was high stock numbers. And I kind of said, look, summer's around the corner. It's not gonna hurt for you to wait towards spring, summer when the weather gets warmer. People wanna buy wider, lighter color shoes and see how it goes. And what do you know what happened? Prices up on those now closer towards the 300 mark. I'm still holding mine. Gonna wait a little bit longer, see how that pans out. But I'm gonna recommend the same thing here. We're starting to move a little bit more into springtime, and this is definitely somewhat of a springish summer color for sure. As far as hold or sell, definitely hold these. I wanna see where this price goes a little bit. And even though I was under the impression, you know, I usually assume that if I'm hitting on it, that it's too hard to hit, but I guess sometimes I do get lucky. I'm not saying this necessarily is the case, but there's a chance maybe just stock numbers were a little bit lower than I imagined they were. But definitely hold on to these for a little bit, like at the end of 2020, or second half of 2020, 350s in the market were kind of getting oversaturated, right? There's just so many colorways and they weren't exactly that nice of a flip, and you were making minimal 10 bucks profit, it seemed like at one point. But I keep telling you guys, if you've done your correct research and looking, not all shoes, but a good amount of shoes, if you just hold a little bit longer, usually the market will clear up just a little bit, just because there's so many people who want to buy shoes. We also see an influx of money right now. You know, this is kind of my like economics background as well, but we see an influx of money. They just extended unemployment all the way till September, right? Stimulus checks are coming in. So we have an influx of money, and of course a lot of people who are getting these are probably thinking, hey, maybe I want to buy a new pair of shoes. So that helps out the market as well. So definitely going to be holding these. I think hold these at least till June and then reevaluate. Don't even touch it. If you're one of those people that you check StockX every day, you get tempted by the price fluctuations, just don't look at the app. Close it, delete the app if you really have to, because frankly, getting really paper-handed here is not gonna help you. I mentioned that in the naturals, and from what it seems, that was definitely a higher stock number than these. Those naturals, everybody and their mom had those. I had people who weren't really that much of a sneakerhead, friends of mine who copped pairs and were talking to me about them. So that's my little spiel as far as hold or sell goes, and we'll get right into the on feet. But for now, guys, appreciate you checking out the channel, checking out the video. Again, if you could smash that thumbs up, it'd be greatly appreciated. Let me know in the comments below if you hit on these. I'm definitely very interested, seeing as I didn't keep up too much with how limited exactly these were. But I'll catch you guys next time.